So hi guys, I finally got a chance to try the iOS 14 on my iPhone 11 and iPadOS 14 on the iPad Pro, and I have to say that this is the least buggy update that I've ever seen in years, because last year kya hua tha, especially on the MacBook Pro, I haven't installed Big Sur on the MacBook Pro. Do you know why? Because last time the update was very unstable and it was very buggy. So MacBook used to restart a couple of times for most of the people out there. But this time I only took the chance to try the beta version or the developer preview on these two devices, but not the MacBook Pro, because this is my daily driver and I have only one MacBook Pro. MacBook Pro के बिना गुजारा नहीं हो सकता, पर इन सब के बिना हो सकता है. So that's why I will be sharing my opinion as a student of both of these devices, especially the iPadOS. So let's get into it. So before diving into iPadOS 14 and iOS 14, a lot of you might think, should I try the developer version or beta version? And I will recommend feel free to, because I don't think there are a lot of bugs, and you can go to developer.apple.com and get started to get hands on iOS 14 as well. And now let's get started with the features that I love the most on iPhone 11, then on the iPad Pro. So first is the home screen, which is pretty obvious, and I have customized it on my own way on both of the devices. But the thing is that you will not see an app drawer on the iPad Pro, but you will see on the iPhone 11. It's very much like Android. The only thing I hate about the home screen customization is that it's really cool on iPhone 11. You can see all the apps that you use. It's pretty much automatic. You can also search through the app library and you can see all the apps at once. But this is not present on the iPad Pro. I wish it was there, but nonetheless, you have customized home screen on iPad Pro. You only have that on the widget side. You cannot move any widget from the sidebar to the home screen, so that's something missing, but nonetheless it is not a game changer. And now finally, the most important feature for all the students, that is Scribble. So let me walk you through into it. So let's say that I want to search something. Earlier what used to happen was I was supposed to either use an external keyboard or on-screen keyboard. Now I can do everything what I want to just using this Apple Pencil. So let's say that I want to search, let's say, how to scribble. So I can simply write through my pencil and I can cut if I did a mistake. How to scribble. And most importantly, I forgot to tell you that this search on iPad just got way better. It's just like the search you have on the MacBook, on the Mac OS. So earlier what used to happen was you were only allowed to search things like apps, notes, but now you can Google search just through this search and it doesn't cover the entire screen. So it's super cool. And now I will be able to search on the web immediately and it's super smooth. Not only this, I can use this pencil to draw or write on any text field, not only Safari, not only Apple apps, and also on Chrome. So let me walk you through Chrome as well. So let's search Chrome. It's super, oh my god, that was bad handwriting. So let's try again. Chrome, yep. So let's search something here. So the thing is, if you will use your finger, then it will think that you are editing. But if you will use a pencil, it will delete everything in the text field. So you have to use a finger and the Apple Pencil in the right way. So let's say that I want to draw something here. Hello world. It's a little bit buggy here, but nonetheless, it works. Wait. Yeah, now it's working well. Perfect. Search, and yeah, on the bottom side you can see an option to undo, redo, and you can also see an option to bring back the keyboard. And now the question is, which one is faster, using the pencil to write or using the keyboard or using the external keyboard? And my personal experience is that the keyboard that is smaller in size using the Apple Pencil is a little bit faster when I'm writing, because my handwriting is not as fast as compared to swiping through this keyboard, and I love it. And like, this is like the same keyboard you can find on iPhone. So my personal experience is it is faster. But if you will get an external keyboard, the Apple keyboard for $300, which I had tried before and I did like it, so that is not going to be worth it, because I personally think my typing speed is as fast as it was on that keyboard which I tried for $300. So that's why you don't have to buy that keyboard at all. So that's the big news. And from now on, whether you have the cheapest iPad, which I had also reviewed, or this expensive iPad, you never have to buy an external keyboard, because the problem is solved. And I wish I had this iPad when I was in college in my first year, but nonetheless, it's never too late. So let me tell you the best use case of this feature. Wait, my secretary is calling. So hi secretary. Yes, I'm here. Oh, you have some important notes? Okay, let me write down quickly. So what you're saying is the meeting that was planned for Wednesday has been postponed to Thursday. Okay. And what's the new venue? So the new venue will be A virtual beach. I see. That's a cool venue. So let me send this information to my manager and then we can talk more about it. Okay. So I got some notes from my secretary and now I have to send these notes to my manager. So all I have to do is I will just be able to copy these written notes directly and then send it through email. So let me show you quickly. So now I have copied my notes as text and all I have to do now is open my mail app. So I can open Gmail, Outlook or any sort of mail app that I use. I'm going to use my natural, like the Apple Mail app. So new email, quickly, let's go there. New email, and now I will be able to write an email just with the help of Apple Pencil. It's like writing a letter, like purane zamane mein aa gaye hain when we used to send letters to each other. It's super cool experience. So I'm gonna send it to my boss @gmail.com and subject is gonna be meeting notes and updates. So cool and fun to do. And now I will be able to paste the notes that I have copied before. So let's paste the notes. So I think it did a pretty good job in recognizing all the text that I had written, and I can edit it now quickly. And now editing is even more fun using the scribble feature. I can cut through the text and delete and add word. I like adding space is pretty easy as well. So let me fix a little bit of the issues. And undo and redo is also very easy with the 3-finger left and right gesture. And now let's fix it a little bit more. And now the thing is I have to use my finger and Apple Pencil in the right way so that I can edit. So using my finger will open the keyboard so that I can edit a little bit more. And now I will be able to say, hello, Dr. Let's say XYZ. And now I'm going to switch to Apple Pencil again. Here are the notes and updates from our Scrum meeting. Regards, Harnoor, and I'm all set to send this email. So it was amazing experience. And another important use case for me as a student is going to be taking more notes on the Apple note-taking app as compared to note-taking apps like GoodNotes, Notability. And here's the reason. So if you look into Notability, that if you want to convert handwritten text to type text, it charges you around $3. So I don't want to pay that. And that's why I switched to GoodNotes 5, which had this feature and I can convert my text easily. But the thing with Apple Notes is, as compared to GoodNotes and Notability, that it's more faster and reliable. So let me show you why. So let's say that if I took some notes on the Apple note-taking app, and let's say that these are some of the notes that I've taken on this Apple note-taking app, and those were the notes that I took using Notability. Now, if I want to use these notes in my MacBook, in my iPhone, it's going to be faster using this Apple ecosystem because both of these apps are made by Apple. So it's going to be faster, and they will be bringing features so that I can copy this text not only on iPad, but also on the MacBook and copy it and then send it to my friends on, let's say that I'm already using, let's say, email. My emails are open on my MacBook and I want to copy these notes from the note-taking app. I will quickly open notes on my MacBook and we will be able to send it. But the point is, with the Apple note-taking app, it's going to be more reliable, more convenient, because sending text through MacBook to iPad to iPhone, it's going to be like one step faster as compared to other note-taking apps, and a little bit more fun to use as well. So my suggestion would be that if you want to take some quick notes, like the meeting notes that I just took, then use the Apple note-taking app. If you want to use some of the notes that you think you will be converting to PDF soon, and if you want to like make them best good looking notes, then use GoodNotes 5 or Notability. So that's how you will be able to make the maximum advantage of this note-taking system on the iPad Pro. So now let's talk about the other features that are very important for all the students out there. Number one is the Photos app. It has become like even better than before. It is very close to the Photos app on my MacBook. So now what you can do is you can now manage the folders pretty easily, because there is a left column on my iPad and I can drag and drop the photo which I want to like drop it to a new album. Or let's say that I have an album called Sony album, which I created for my new free camera, and now I can drag and drop there and it becomes a whole new experience, and it's very convenient. Other update is that earlier what used to happen was when I used to get a Skype call or any type of call, it used to cover the entire screen. Now it will cover only the top section of the iPhone or the top section of the iPad. So it's amazing. And now another important, how can you forget about picture-in-picture mode? So I'm used to picture-in-picture mode from the last 4 years on my OnePlus and even on Redmi Note 3, both of these Android smartphones. And now I was waiting for this feature from a quite long time, but it is disappointing. You know why? Because this feature is not present on the YouTube app, neither on the iPad Pro nor on the iPhone 11, and it's not going to come out soon as well. So this is present on other apps like Netflix, on FaceTime. So only the Apple apps, and Netflix is an exception, but not on external third-party apps. हाँ अंशुमन, मैं चेक कर रहा था कि पिक्चर इन पिक्चर मोड चलता है कि नहीं iPad Pro पे, पर नहीं चलता, सिर्फ FaceTime पे ही चलता है. That is super shocking. So let me show you an example with Safari. So if I open Safari and open YouTube through Safari, then picture-in-picture mode will work perfectly. On my iPad Pro as well as on the iPhone 11, it works seamlessly, and it also goes to the side so that I can use the best use of the full screen on iPhone as well as the small screen of the picture-in-picture mode. I can zoom in. It's very and it's super smooth, and it's very fun to use as well. But I wish it was available on the native YouTube app as compared to Safari, but nonetheless you can take best advantage of it using Safari. But I'm waiting for the time when you will be able to use it through WhatsApp call, Skype call, then it will be just like Android experience. You're wondering why Apple took so long to bring picture-in-picture mode to their devices, and the reason is privacy. So आपको example बताता हूँ. Let me tell you an example. On Android smartphones, you can root it or you can download some cracked apps which allow you to record using a camera even if your phone is powered off. So using this screen, you can record and hinder or like get into someone's privacy. A lot of people have done it, but it is not possible on iPhone. So that's why they're taking care of privacy at the next level. So if your iPhone or your iPad is using your camera, it will show a light on the top right corner. So let's say that if I open camera on my phone, then it will show on the top right corner the green light to say that camera is in use. And if I open the quick action center, it shows that camera is being used. And similarly for microphone, for phone calls, it works seamlessly. It shows orange light for microphone, green light for camera, and it works seamlessly. And no one can get into your privacy on any of these Apple devices. It might be on Big Sur as well, but I'm not sure because I cannot take the risk of installing Big Sur on my MacBook until a stable beta release is there.